Okay, welcome everybody. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to do the assembly. I'm not going to show you how to do each part individually. You already have the instructions to do that. All I'm going to be showing you is how to do the assembly, which is what we are learning today. So I've already made my first part here. So what I'll do now is I will make my second part. In this case, this will be the bottom block. All right, but I will be working now with the second part. So to do the second part, right, I can make it right here, or I can make it in a new part over here in the new design. What I'll do is I'm just gonna make it through here. So what I'll do first and foremost is I'm gonna go over here and expand the bodies. And you can see that in body, I have like, hover over it, I have that body, right? A body, it's basically what I have built so far, the solid model I have so far. But I want to make this into a component. So when I create a component from a body, what it does is that it makes it into its own thing, kind of like you're making your own part. And because we are going to be making an assembly, right? We want to have several components. We're gonna have 3 components. So I'm gonna once again hover over body. I'm gonna click on create components from body. And notice how things change, right? I haven't saved things, but now it's its own component. So I'm just gonna right click and rename this to block bottom, just so that we're able to see it easier in the next parts. All right, so I have block bottom. So now I'm gonna be making my second part. So in this case, I'm going to be making, in this case, the block top. So I'm gonna quickly do that. So I'm gonna create a new sketch. In this case, I can, do it, and I want to do it in this plane, right? So I'm just gonna click there, and I can basically draw it anywhere I want. I just wanted to select that face, not necessarily face of the object, but just the plane itself. So I can, essentially put it wherever. Doesn't matter where I do it. I'm just gonna quickly go ahead and do this one, and after I finish this one, I'm gonna go back and continue working it. So I'm gonna accelerate to the next part in the video. So I'll catch you up in a bit. All right, so you can see that I have my parts and I have my sketch here. So I'm gonna extrude that sketch. Once again, you guys have the instructions for all of those. So you can see I have now 2 bodies. So what I'll do is, once again, to this new body, I'm gonna click it and make it into a component. And I'm going to rename this um, as the top block. So top block. All right, you can see, make sure they're components. And you can see this little anchor over here. This little anchor, all it does, it basically it's telling you which component, it's the base. So you can see this one, because it's a component, I can now move it. If it was a body, I wouldn't have even been able to move it. But now that it is a component, you can see I can move the body. This one I can, the first one, because it has a little anchor. But if I right click on it, there's sometimes an option where we can, remove that anchor. I think it actually could be from here. So you see on ground from parent. So if I do that, then I'm also able to move this part, and both are able to be moved freely. I'm gonna go press Control Z because I want that part back to where it was, and there you go. I want it anchored in there just to make some things easier. But yeah, that's basically what it does. So now I have my components. So now I can create, once again, a new sketch, make my last part, and use that for the component. So I'm gonna see you guys in the next video where we're gonna be explaining what's gonna be happening next.